Who Defines Reality, Episode 7. Thanks for coming in. The first public cracks when patient complaints became a pattern. When patients begin speaking, every healthcare organisation receives complaints. And that fact alone proves nothing. No hospital, no medical practice, no clinician escapes criticism. Healthcare deals with vulnerable people, uncertainty and outcomes that cannot always be predicted. Individual dissatisfaction is therefore expected. Responsible investigation does not begin with isolated stories. It begins by asking a different question. Do unrelated complaints begin describing the same problems? And as GenderGP expanded, public reports gradually began describing recurring operational concerns. Some patients reported prolonged delays receiving prescriptions. Others described difficulties contacting clinicians after treatment had commenced. Some questioned whether continuity of care matched the complexity of the treatments being provided. Others described uncertainty surrounding follow-up, administration, and communication. Taken individually, none of these reports established systemic failure, but taken together they raised a legitimate question. Were they simply the inevitable difficulties of a rapidly growing telehealth provider, or were they early indicators of structural weakness? And that distinction matters. Healthcare should never be judged by popularity. It should be judged by its response when problems emerge. Every trustworthy organisation experiences complaints. The defining characteristic is not whether complaints exist, it's whether those complaints produce measurable improvement. This is why patterns become more important than individual experiences. When unrelated patients begin describing similar difficulties, investigators pay attention, not because every allegation is true, but because repeated observations may reveal weaknesses invisible to isolated cases. GenderGP itself acknowledged operational changes over time and publicly responded to criticism by describing services being redesigned, staffing changes, and platform updates. Supporters viewed these as evidence of adaptation. Critics viewed them as evidence that the original model had become overstretched. Both interpretations entered the public discussion. Neither could simply be assumed, and so the documentary therefore remains with chronology. Patients had spoken. The next question became unavoidable. Would independent professional bodies begin observing similar concerns? And if patients and regulators began identifying comparable issues independently, the discussion would move beyond customer satisfaction. It would become a question of governance. And that's precisely where the chronology now leads.
And make a little island right here. And there ain't a palm tree inside, but there's not a cloud in your blue eyes. If we need a drink, I'll be the bartender. I got a fifth of Patron and a blender. Baby, slipping on a swimsuit is overrated. We don't need a beach to get a half naked. Life's too short, let's not waste it. Cause paradise is wherever we make it. Paradise is wherever we make it. Till the sun's up Monday, we'll tell our phones, do not disturb. I got my straw hat, babe. And you can finally pull the tags on your Tommy Bahama shirt. Blue crush up on the 85-inch sound machine. When we wanna hear the ocean, I think everything we need is right here. And there ain't a palm tree inside, but there's not a cloud in your blue eyes. If we need a drink, I'll be the bartender. I got a fifth of Patron and a blender. Baby, slipping on a swimsuit is overrated. We don't need a beach to get a half naked. Life's too short, let's not waste it, 'cause paradise is wherever we make it. Paradise is wherever we make it. Oh, this view of you, it's got everything I need. Yeah, the rooms, they're cheap. And if we don't wanna, we don't ever, ever, ever have to leave. Yeah, there might not be a palm tree inside, but there's not a cloud in your blue eyes. If we need a drink, I'll be the bartender. I got a fifth of Patron and a blender. Baby, slipping on a swimsuit is overrated. We don't need a beach to get a half naked. Life's too short, let's not waste it, 'cause paradise is wherever we make it. All night.